sugar pussies. Still loving the sun here in Spain. 2 weeks till they kick me out, the fuckers. Come on, Kia. Do a deal with the EU. Let me stay, you fucking nonce. Alrighty. So I'm looking at my comments here. Have I got it? Yes. Just gonna go through some of the YouTube comments because they've been quite good, quite helpful actually. So appreciate all that. So yeah, I had the cheat day before yesterday at a friend's pool party. We had chicken curry, and I talked about my toilet experience immediately after the meal, which was horrific, in someone's house where I snapped the toilet brush. Anyway, look at my previous video for that. And yeah, my digestion, my guts and my toilet has been pretty fucked up since. And I put on 3 kilograms from one meal. Even though I've been strict sugar fasting since, the weight's not coming off. So yeah, one high fat, high protein meal has completely fucked me for 2 days. So that kind of describes where I'm at. Someone suggested just to keep eating sugar for months and change my body back, because it's not dealing with fat especially whatsoever. So yeah, one high fat meal, and it wasn't even that high fat really. It was just a coconut cream curry. The meat itself was lean chicken breast. So, but yeah. And 3 kilogram weight gain, which is insane. I was 104.8 on the morning of the cheat day, and I'm 107.6 now, I think it is this morning, which is crazy. So yeah, we're back on it. We had some grapes and a banana and coffee with loads of sugar in it this morning for breakfast. It's coming up to lunchtime now. I'm gonna have some jam and some, I'm not sure what, maybe some juice, sugary juice, bit of fruit. Whew. Oh yeah, and yesterday I slept fucking, it must have been 12, maybe 14 hours. I slept in the sun half the day, fucking woke up brown, and then slept right through the night, which is unlike me. Okay, I'm getting attacked by a fuck knows what. Anyway, okay, yeah, there's some comments here I was going to read on the old PooTube. Let's have a look. So I appreciate you writing these guys. This one here in particular from Stoner Dude 420. He says, in relation to my allergy tests, which I read out online on here recently, he says allergy tests are bullshit. If your gut is permeable, then you will be allergic to just about anything you eat. Rice was the highest because you were eating a lot of it. You're lucky as fuck to be able to eat fruit. It's the second best food after animal products. Most likely you have severe SIBO and maybe H. pylori. Like he said in the previous comment, try L. Rutari yogurt, S. Bouladi and betaine HCl protocol. So he thinks that I may have SIBO, which is, I thought I might for quite some time, to be honest. I've not been tested for it. And obviously leaky gut he's alluding to, by saying my gut's permeable. I've lost him again now. Where is he? Okay, we'll just read through a few comments here because they've been pretty helpful. So anyway, what's happened since then is, so I replied saying, will the yogurt heal, L. Rutari yogurt, will it heal the permeability? Stoner Dude says it can help a lot. The permeability results from the byproducts of the bacteria inhabiting the small intestines. The gas expands the intestinal walls, now this, making the junctions more leaky. The endotoxin, LPS, destroys the gut walls and passes through where our bodies attack it in the bloodstream, causing autoimmune issues and inflammation. Also, other proteins get through, causing what people think of as allergies. L. Rutari is a special bacteria that produces basically antibiotics to allow it to outcompete other bacteria. It also takes up residence in the entire digestive tract, so it can help with everything from mouth health, stomach health, small intestinal and large intestinal. It's strange that he mentions that, because on Primal, when my problems began, my teeth just fell apart. Is this recording? Okay, let's just plug that in a sec, because for fuck's sake, my battery's going. So yeah, fuck's sake, come on, fat hands. There we go. As I was saying, yeah. So on Primal, all my fillings that I had done 12 years ago just all fell out in the space of like 48 hours. All my back teeth crumbled and cracked, and I was having lots of plaque build up on the back of my teeth towards the end of my primal journey and carnivore journey. So it's interesting, that he says it could be the bacteria, yeah. So yeah, endotoxin. So the bacteria basically is eating the food that I eat, and then the waste from the bacteria causes endotoxin, which will destroy my gut walls, and then food passes into the blood. It makes sense, because then what he's saying is everything on my list, a lot of it was things I was eating, which would make sense. If it's going in my blood, they'd give me a blood test, and then it shows up on the fucking allergy list. Yeah, it was a bit strange that most of the things on there were things that I'd eaten recently. But there are things on there that I hadn't eaten, and my friends got tests and there was things on theirs that they hadn't eaten. So how do we explain that is the question. Anyway, I asked him a few other questions. He replies, L.U. Terry is bought in capsule form. I actually bought some yesterday. Fucking expensive. But to ferment the yogurt, says Stoner Dude, is something you have to do on your own. It's very simple. Use a yogurt maker. I don't have any of this shit. Or combine a milk product with a capsule of L. Rutari and allow it to ferment for 36 hours. The point is to take a 10 billion CFU capsule and multiply it into the trillions via fermentation. The bigger numbers allow it to outcompete other bacteria. Kefir has dozens of strains of random bacteria. I don't think regular fermented products do much to help SIBO. He says some more here, which I think he knows his shit. So he says, carnivore... What's going on with the phone? I've got a message. Carnivore keto basically mimics starvation state, hypoxia, meaning it causes insulin resistance and does not allow your mitochondria to process enough energy. This down-regulates your metabolism and hormone production, thyroid. It lowers body temperature. I'm always hot, so I'm not sure about that. And it slows transit time in the gut, definitely. And it lowers digestive juice production. Yeah. All of this creates a perfect environment for bacteria to thrive where they should not. Also, when you do not give bacteria their preferred choice, i.e. sugar and fibre, they get angry and go searching for it, travelling up further into the small intestine and even the stomach. Because you aren't producing enough bile and stomach acid to push them back down, they thrive in their new environment, which would be SIBO, which maybe, I don't know, I haven't been tested. Okay, let's move on. And then he says, all that said, you may be able to bypass dealing with SIBO by just staying on the sugar diet long enough to bring metabolism back up, which will fix a host of issues. This is what I'm hoping for. So I do believe my metabolism is shot to pieces. I was so tired eating fat and protein at the end of my meat journey. I was getting up early like I always do, but then going back to bed in the afternoon because I had zero fucking energy. Because you are not hurting your gut anymore, except maybe some bloating you're still dealing with, you will have less leaky gut issues. See how it goes. If after a month or so you don't feel drastically better, address some of the problems and maybe address thyroid and some other things. I then asked him, is he on video talking about this, or would he come on my channel maybe for an interview, which he ignored. He says, my journey is a bit different from yours, but similar, as I did need to eventually go on carnivore to combat my gut issues. That's what I done, which helped initially. And he says that failed miserably. Interestingly enough, I did my version of this sugar diet 10 years ago in the Ray Pete forums with great success. I'd kind of forgotten about those days until recently when Cole started talking about it and reignited my interest in this way of eating over a more ancestral animal based diet. So yeah, that's Stone Art Dude 420. I appreciate the input there. I've actually bought the Rutari supplement and I'm putting that in maybe some yogurt or something, potentially. So yeah, back up 3 kg today. So I think I'm going to just, like Cole says, if you're a fat fuck, if you're a fat fucking pig, you should just rack up the days sugar fasting. See how many you can do in a row. When I went to my meat day cheat day, I think I was 4 days in and I dropped, I don't know, what was it, 5 kg was it? So now I'm back on day 2 of this particular sugar fast. Maybe I'll just try and rack up the days and just get the weight off, which is probably the best thing I can do for myself right now, because I'm 107.5 kgs again, which, you know, in American is 107.5 roughly kg in pounds. I'm 237 pounds. Fuck. For someone who's 5'5.5", that is fucking huge. So yeah, a huge step backwards from one cheat meal. Someone talking about the gallbladder flush. Someone saying it's probably fat overconsumption. I think it probably is over the years. Cheers, Sebastian Roux for the. Oh, Sebastian, how you doing, mate? I remember you. Someone talking about omega 3 to 6 relation. And then someone talking about wheat berries. Nathan James 1257 says he fixes microflora after keto high fat with fibre, and he used wheat berries and his own grain mill. Seems to have fixed his problem. So if anyone's got any experience with that, let me know. I'm up for trying anything. I was totally locked. I thought primal or just meat. I just thought fat was the answer. I was brainwashed and I couldn't snap out of it, even when I was ill and had zero energy. Surrogate Activities has been dropping a few comments. I appreciate that. He says it's nuts how in 2018 he'd read a few books and thought he can eat meat and live to 120. Yeah, I fell for it all as well. Surrogate Activity. Oh, it's the same guy. He's on the sugar train. Hugo says you could for sure have SIBO. I developed H2S and proteolytic SIBO after having a stuck bile stone for a year. Yeah, I did have the bile stone gallbladder scare last year, so maybe. It took 4 years to discover because in my country there's no breath test to check. Blah blah blah. Okay guys, well I appreciate the comments. Oh, this stoner dude again. You 100% have SIBO. If you are bloated, I was bloated a lot. I still am slightly, but it's a lot better. Vegetable Police D Forever says Vegetable Police just uploaded a video on his new sugar diet too. It's taken over the internet. I think the OG is definitely Durian Rider. Freely then nicked his ideas, and now Cole Robinson's spreading them far and wide, making it popular by screaming at fat pigs. I'm not gonna get through all these comments, there's so many of them, but Surrogate also says, I didn't know people could get highly reactive to rice. I mean, yeah, I was eating quite a lot of it last month because I didn't know what to eat. Didn't seem that bad with it, but I was bloated a lot and I couldn't lose weight. Primalism, there we go. It's an old Primal channel there. So glad to see you back. I remember watching you several years ago when you first started posting. Good job going to Spain. I've always wanted to go to a healthier country to enjoy. Yeah, I think this saved my ass. This trip has definitely saved my ass. Get the fuck out of the UK, man. It's miserable. So glad you're back. Cheers, Primalism. Nice one. Appreciate it, mate. Yeah, coffee's a bad idea. I know. Derek O'Hara says, sugar fasting is the cheat code for weight loss. It's a tool that can be used whenever needed. And you can control the scale. Keep sharing. I've subscribed. Nice one, dude. Mondo Prime says, sorry to hear you've been having health problems. Have you spoken to a doctor about your diet plans? Yeah, but my doctor's a bit strange. He's just mainstream, you know. When I went there in, when was it, November? I was fucking scared. Thought I was dying. He said, it seems like cholecystitis, so we'll get you scanned. And if there's any problems, I'll just pluck out your gallbladder. I was like, what, should we maybe have a think about it first? And now I've been waiting, 6 months for a scan? Lundy Forest, hello there. Asking about the app I use to record and pause. Someone asking about liver. I'm just kind of off all that shit in a minute. Okay. Whatever that says, Artilarengano, whatever your name is, asks, have you tried Darko Velkex Self Healers Protocol? Now, I was on a high salt protocol for a few weeks last month via a friend, ex-Primal friend, and everyone thinks it's the answer to health, but I didn't get much from it. I just had 2 weeks of, bloating really, and then my arse started popping. So yeah, I'm not convinced by the high sodium protocols. I'm not convinced by that. But I won't write it off. If asking someone, how would you do with cooked meat? One meal a day. I've tried all these things, you know. I tried all these things, keto, everything really. Someone says, respectfully, you look like Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho. Chris, come on, Jericho, there we go. It's in black and white, so all my, how do I do it? There. Yeah, baby. Maybe when he's old, is it? Is that me? Some fat old wrestler by the looks. Yeah, dude. And so yeah, guys, appreciate all the comments. It's been really helpful. Got me thinking about different things. There's lots more there actually, but I think I'll leave it. Oh yeah, someone's saying so many of us are chronically vitamin D deficient. This is Rick Knight, 3823. But I'm not joking, I'm literally getting 11 hours a day sun out here. It might be why I'm feeling so good lately, or a lot better at least. So you might be onto something there. I do worry about going back to the UK because it's always cloudy. sugar diet weight loss. Thank you, mate. Says well done. CJ6417 says, I had weird digestive issues arise when eating a large quantity of yogurt and juice and eggs. I read about gallbladder and wondered if it was affected. Now I only do a few egg yolks a day and don't overdo the fat. I think if you're sipping on sugary drinks and snacking on sugary snacks, it can be detrimental for oral health. So need to be aware of that and give your mouth a rest to let saliva normalise. Maybe try gum, mint, etc. Yeah, man, it's weird, but carnivore fucked my teeth up more than anything I've ever ate in my life. I used to have really good teeth. They're fucked at the back now. Absolutely fucked. Eat like Emma. Keeps telling me not to drink coffee. She says it looks beautiful out there. It is lovely out here. It's just a shame they're booting me out of the country. Schengen rules. Surrogate says, have you thought of going to Southeast Asia? Lots of fruit there and maybe friendly women. It's crossed my mind. I'm trying to make a few grand on the trading at the moment so I can continue the journey. I don't want to go home. Sugar is Life says he agrees with Eat Like Emma. The whole point is to get off the catabolic hormones, death hormones, and get back on the anabolic train. Small amounts of caffeine with plenty of sugar will be okay. I do know Ray Pete loved this coffee. Someone talking about spherage there, fuck him. The Ghost of James Uganda says, you had undiagnosed non-celiac gluten sensitivity. The current sugar diet is catabolic. It's just like the vegan honeymoon. I wish you well. Thank you, man. It's only an experiment. We're just going to try and drop 20 kgs at least, you know, for fuck's sake. I'm massive. Mark Rizzo says, looks better than the raw shite we all fell for. So this dude here says he's been dealing with similar fat digestion issues for a few months after going somewhat keto. Yeah, he has fat in his poo and it's been a complete clusterfuck health-wise. I think the results are in, guys. Keto, high fat, primal, carnivore. Everyone's jumping ship. We were wrong. I was wrong. We're all fat and ill. Does this mean the vegans was right? Well, they were more right than we were. But I still think you need some meat. Oh, fucking hell, yeah. It's just people with problems, man, from... Sugar is Life says, I think this diet is the best possible recourse at the moment. You need to remove as much PUFA from your tissues as possible and get your youth hormones cranking again. That'd be nice. I'm fucking getting saggy, man. Fat and old. In my opinion, you should just stop the fat and protein altogether for at least a month. I think I'm with you, dude. Trust me, you will not become malnourished. There are people who have water fasted for an entire year and been okay. You will be fine on just starch, fruit and sugar for a while to let your body heal and relax. Yeah, I'm feeling that, dude. I think you might be onto something. And then the last guy says, keep up your old videos. Yeah, I put them all back now, so you can all see how much I've aged in 6 years. So all the videos are back up, all of them except the Patreon ones. So yeah, that's it, guys. It's a long video. Let's get back in the sun. Unplug that shit. How much sun is too much sun? I've been getting about 11 hours a day for fucking 2 months at least. So yeah, we'll try and get some more weight off now again, because that's a hell of a fucking weight gain from one meal, and a hell of a shit after the meal, and even up till today really my digestion's been not good. Big messy shits and lots of sleep, so maybe fat is just no fucking good, like, you know, for the time being, it would appear. Probably my longest video yet. I'm probably going to try and go live on the channel soon and see if I used to enjoy doing those, but I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, sugar in the absence of fat and protein, I'm hoping will get me fucking ripped, bitch.